Welcome to Marvelicious Toys. We bring you news and reviews of Marvel toys, statues, and more. Because not all Marvel collections can be bagged and boarded. They're not just toys, they're Marvelicious.
We are at the Kotobukiya booth with Dan Luan again, taking a look at some gorgeous Marvel statues. Hello, sir.
Hi.
So we're starting off with the fine art statues. And we were talking just before we started recording. I got that Black Panther in just a little bit ago. I haven't had a chance to take him out and photograph him yet. But these are some gorgeous pieces here.
Yeah, Black Panther, the response, of course, with him appearing in Civil War has been tremendous. And I think we're almost at the point where it's a total sellout here in the States, at least. So if you're looking to pick this piece up, I would probably look for a business that still has it in stock, because I don't think we have any more inventory.
Oh, wow. That's tremendous. Congratulations on that. And then coming out later this year, we have Thanos.
Yes, Thanos. We have an expected release date of December of this year. And again, Thanos, with his movement into the Avengers, I think you're going to see a lot of momentum with this character. And he also comes with two different portraits, so you can display them as you see here, are more kind of like a grinning look.
Very cool. On that bed of skulls right there on the base. Both of those have amazing bases. The Black Panther with the vines and the leaves on it too.
Yeah. And if you flip the base over, of course, these are fine art statues, so they're individually numbered underneath the base. And being a fine art statue, they're made of resin.
And then
digging the jewels in the Infinity Gauntlet. Those look realistic in there. Nice and shiny.
A good translucence. They'll catch you put that in just the right underlight or above light, it's going to catch off those and really.
It would have been neat to add some type of light up feature so that gauntlet actually lit up, but I don't think that was just possible at the time.
Now, right below that, we have the ARTFX Plus line, and we're seeing a couple new Spider-Men. Is it Spider-Man or Spider-Mans?
I would say Spider-Man.
I think we've been corrected. It is Spider-Mans. But there's multiple Spider-Mans. And we got the Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man there.
Yeah, we're showing that for the first time here at the convention. And the Spider-Man here, the classic Amazing Spider-Man, he's got magnets as most of our ARTFX Plus statues do. But the magnets are strong enough that if you want to put him on like a refrigerator, he will stay on that refrigerator. So he can kind of cling to a surface, a vertical surface. Yeah.
Now, is this artwork doing more than just backgrounding them, or are you actually teasing some more Spider-Men coming our way?
These are all the characters that you're gonna see in our, let's say, Spider-Verse. So we've got Venom, we've got Carnage, we've got Agent Venom, we've got SpiderGwen and Spider-Man 299. Yeah, this is going to be our big push for 2017.
Are the bases going to be like the one underneath Amazing Spider-Man there?
That was something that I was trying to talk to our development team about, and my understanding is no. They'll differ between the releases, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'd have to get back to you on that.
Okay, because all the other ones you've done so far, with the exception of the movie ones, have had just the standard black magnetic base that you have. So
Deadpool came with the Deadpool.
This follows more along the lines of Deadpool. Yeah. So I'm not sure if each character will have some type of personalized logo base of some type, but we're going to follow that same trend with this circular piece of metal.
And what's the release schedule for that then? I see Amazing Spider-Man's in December.
December for Spider-Man. The Miles Morales version is going to be going up for pre-order probably as this goes live. We're going to be doing that very shortly, so maybe early August or so. That'll be the next one. After Miles Morales, it'll be Agent Venom, I believe. And then from there on, I'm not sure what character the artist Abisan will be working on.
You were totally teasing me because I just want to see the Carnage, man.
I did too, yeah. So I haven't seen anything for Carnage yet, or Venom, or actually any of the other characters except Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and then Agent Venom.
And with the Avengers and X-Men teams assembled and the Deadpool that Justin mentioned, are there some ARTFX Plus releases that you can talk about?
ARTFX Plus Plus, aside from Spider-Man, there's nothing that I can talk about right now. But with ARTFX being our 1/6 scale collectible, we do have a brand new Deadpool coming out. We're going to be calling it the Super Deadpool. I don't know if that's the final name for it, but the Super Deadpool will have multiple parts, so you can switch him out with his fingers, maybe doing like a pose like he's like got guns, or maybe he'll have like the swords or an actual weapon of some type. There's going to be multiple ways you can display this Deadpool as he's jumping across. It's kind of like a display case of some type, like a shelving unit in a factory, I should say.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And I think that's one of the directions we'll be going into is more ARTFX Marvel. Because we've
Really?
been hearing that request that fans would like larger scale Marvel characters, but not necessarily the fine art, which is $200-300, but something around the $100 range. So that's what we're looking to do, is add more artifacts, not just movie, but also comic book artifacts.
That's really exciting to me because I have your movie ARTFX ones. I think were the last ones you did the Iron Man Mark 42 and the War Machine. I'm trying to remember.
I believe so. Oh well, we did the Iron Man for Age of Ultron. Too.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
we
right.
did
I got
a series
yep.
of those too.
Yeah.
But it's been mostly just confined to Iron Man. But now we're going to be breaking out of that and breaking out of the movies and doing comic book artifacts. So I think that's real exciting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's
Definitely.
like you're not a huge statue collector, but you're a big Deadpool fan.
I'm a big Deadpool fan. I'm a big FX fan. So I mean, that's going to hit me right in the sweet spot.
Yeah, and you got the Deadpool, and we have been talking considerably about your Comic-Con exclusive Lady Deadpool.
Oh yeah. It's really an interesting project to work on, having the logo put on the bag and all the emails that's got to go back and forth with Comic-Con officials to make sure everything's in place to have that occur. But I think the end product turned out really unique. I mean, I was talking to some people, and you see the Comic-Con logo on the packaging, but when do you see it actually integrated into the product itself? So at least for us, it's a first. So I think really cool little a variation of the Lady Deadpool standard release, and the parts are interchangeable. So if you're not particularly fond of the head on this exclusive, you can switch it out with one of the two portraits, either the masked or unmasked, that you got with the original release.
That's really cool. We talked about that when you announced it, and how by making it Comic-Con specific, in addition to being like an exclusive statue, Justin was telling me it's like a souvenir at that point. It's something from the con.
Yeah, and I actually talked to one gentleman who's like, "This is my first Comic-Con. I definitely want to get this to remember that this was my first Comic-Con." So it's really cool to hear those type of stories.
The question we had: what is she eating?
She is eating a gyro.
Where do you get those?
Like a Greek restaurant of some type.
Right, we like walked all over.
Yeah, just went down to the gas lamp district, but maybe a churro or a hot dog, but yeah, our team in Japan went with a gyro. So.
Yeah, next year a pretzel, and it'll be authentic.
And that does kind of lead us over here to this case in the Bishojo line. Is that the final SpiderGwen?
That is a final production piece of SpiderGwen. And so I think for the longest time we weren't really showing what the base was going to look like. So here it is, and I think I mentioned at New York Toy Fair it was going to have some type of print to give the impression that she was jumping down from a building, and I think it turned out really well. It's just kind of a neat added look to the base, so it's not just solid white.
Now, how is she anchored in there? She's in a pretty precarious pose. I mean, it looks like one of those things where she might have to balance in there just right.
Well, she's secured by a peg in her heel, so I think it's gonna hold up, and there shouldn't be any problems with that as long as it's in a case that's not being hit by sunlight, 12 hours of the day. So it should be fine. And also, SpiderGwen comes with two different portraits, so you can have her displayed as you see here, or with her mask on.
That mask on and the hood up.
Yes.
Excellent.
And then, first time ever, we're showing Thor and Loki Bishojo statues. We revealed the artwork at New York Toy Fair, I believe, but here they are, fully sculpted. Thor should be up for pre-order now, if not maybe next week. Loki will follow shortly after, and as you can see, you can place the two statues together to kind of form the scene that you see here.
That's a really cool feature. And with those being kind of newer iterations of the characters within the past 3 years, and jumping over to the Bishoujo line so quickly, what can you tell us about the development and the choice of those characters?
I think it had a lot to do with kind of just creating something that was a little different from where we were going, moving away maybe from the mutants and trying to just maybe tie it in with what's happening in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm not really sure all, the things that went into deciding these two characters, but I think the final, what you see here is just incredible. And as a side note, that green may change on Loki. We're still working with Marvel to make sure that that's the green that should appear on her dress.
It'll most likely stay a metallic.
I think so. It just may go a little deeper. That's what our development team was telling me briefly. So I'm not sure. It may end up looking just like you see here and there, or it may just go a little deeper.
Yeah, and speaking of the metallic paint, the silver metallic paint on the Thor really pops.
Yeah.
I know I've complimented you before. Some of the DC ARTFX and Bishoujos have the metallic paint, and here to use it as an accent like that, it really catches the light well.
It does, especially when you've got the flat paints and stuff. So it really does differentiate between metal and fabric. And as a quick side note, she also comes with a different portrait. So you can display her with her, I believe, Jane Foster head. Yeah, so you don't have to have the helmet on.
And then your next one you announced, Squirrel Girl?
Squirrel Girl. And if you may recall, last year we did an April Fool's where we kind of teased that we were going to do Squirrel Girl. And the response was just tremendous. So we saw our fans wanting to have Squirrel Girl added to the collection. So that's what we ultimately did. We decided to add Squirrel Girl to our Bishoujo collection.
I'm glad you went with kind of the more classic Squirrel Girl look, because she got a redesign a couple years ago, but I think this fits that line a lot better. And just, is that the pose that you're going for?
Yes, and actually we had a company panel yesterday, and we showed a very early look at 3D data for that. So she's already being worked on right now as I speak. So I would expect maybe by New York Comic Con there might be a prototype in our booth. I'm not sure, but
Nice.
I would hope so.
Very cool. Is there anything else you can tell us coming up in your Marvel lines?
Aside from the ARTFX, I think that's about all I can talk about right now. But of course, as we get closer to New York Comic Con, there'll be more announcements coming.
Well, we will see you there. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Arnie.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Marvelicious Toys with more collecting news and reviews at marvelicioustoys.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, make mine Marvelicious.